We are going to practice using the substitution method, and these problems are not word problems, but just making sure we understand all the algebra that we need to do. So in order to use the substitution method, we truly want to have one equation of the problem solved out for a variable, and that's already done for us here. So I know y is equal to 4x, so I can take this 4x and I can substitute it into the other equation where the y is. That will give me 12x plus 0.5y, but instead of y, I'm going to put in that 4x, that's the substitution, equals 56. Now I just have to do the math or the algebra. So 12x and 0.5 times 4 would be 2x equals 56. Add my like terms here, so 14x equals 56. Divide both sides by 14. And I get x equal to 4. So I'm half done. I know one of the two variables, but in order to solve the system, I actually have to know both x and y. So again, I'm going to do substitution. So I'm going to take this answer and I'm going to substitute it back into the equation. It doesn't matter which equation, but I'm going to use the one that is simpler. So I'm going to plug it back in here. So now I have y equals 4, and instead of that x, I put in the other 4, so y equals 16. And so now my solution is an ordered pair. X is 4, y is 16, and I can kind of picture on a graph this is where these two lines would intersect, and so it is a point where the two equations are equal, or a solution to the system. Let's try a second example. This one is set up perfectly for us because both equations are solved out for y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this second equation, substitute it into the first equation where there's a y. That gives me 3x minus 5 is equal to 2x plus 3. And now I just have some algebra to do. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. These guys cancel, so I have 3x is equal to 2x plus 8. And I'll subtract 2x from both sides. So these guys cancel, and I have x equals 8. Again, I'm not quite done. I have to substitute this back in. It does not matter where I substitute it back in. Either equation will work. And this time, I'm going to use that first equation. But I would get the same answer either way. So y equals 2 times 8, that's where I substituted it in, plus 3. And so 2 times 8 is 16, and 16 plus 3 is 19. So again, I have an ordered pair. My x value is 8, my y value is 19, and I can kind of picture a graph where these two lines meet up at this ordered pair. So that ordered pair solves both equations, and that is the solution to a system of equations. In this slide, we used what is called the substitution method, and that's because we did all of the algebra by substituting one equation into the other equation.